喂，歡迎嚟到 Come On You Spurs 咁啊嚇，足本訪問啊，咁啊問到我哋嘅熱刺球迷 Daniel 咁啊，先問第一條問題，咁我哋當然會做上語中英咁啊翻譯同大家解釋下，即係等大家知道訪問問緊啲乜嘢啦。咁啊先問一問 Daniel 啦。Why are you a Spurs fans instead of other big clubs, the Liverpool or the Manchester United, but instead you supported Spurs like us? Why?
Well, firstly, I don't think of those as big clubs anyway.
Okay, I love this punchline, yeah!
But being a Spurs fan, well, I'm from North London anyway, so Spurs is my local team. My grandfather was a Spurs fan, my father was a Spurs fan, so it's a family thing for me as well. In my school in North London, most people are either Spurs or Arsenal fans.
Oh.
And obviously there's no choice, really, so it's obviously Spurs.
you can just leave it Orient, right?
OK。咁啊 Daniel 講到啦，點解支持熱刺咧就好簡單，因為佢咧真係3代都支持熱刺嘅，咁同埋佢自己本身就喺即係北倫敦個區裏面啦，所以熱刺咧其實就係佢 hometown 嘅球隊嚟嘅啫，咁所以就支持翻自己個區嘅球隊。咁啊講到佢喺學校裏面咧，佢就真係呢樣嘢都令我羨慕啦。就原來所有同學都係一係捧呢個熱刺，一係捧阿仙奴嘅，哇真係好！你明唔明？我喺學校裏面異類一樣嘅。You know, I'm at school. As a Spurs fan, I'm actually some kind of a person that is very extraordinary. No other people support Spurs.
We are treated like monster in schools because we are the only Spurs fan in my class back then.
Yes.
Yeah, I was kind of like very sad. Most of them like supporting like Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Well,
and then I say screw them, screw them.
Hey, it's because you're better than them.
Yeah.
我都講到啦，就咁樣話，喂，我哋點解問啊？即係問啊 Daniel 點解唔同第啲球迷一樣？喂，所謂捧啲大會嚇呢個曼聯或者利物浦呢啲咧，係講我哋好中意講嘅説話就係，我都唔佢就 Daniel 都好老實咁同佢講，佢唔覺得嗰啲係大會啊。即係其實球會之間有個分大細，其實冇嘅，即係睇球場上嘅實力。90分就決定邊個係大啲，邊個係細啲啦。咁啊 ，Billy 有啲咩想問咧
？So for Spurs, I know these few seasons we have been performing very well. So how would you see the progression after you have been a Spurs fan for life?
Well, you know, Billy, like when I was a season ticket holder, I chose really the best time to be a season ticket holder during the George Graham years.
Oh God!
So I really feel like I had to suffer. So I feel like these recent years is like my reward for all that suffering. Because you know, being a Spurs fan is like someone who likes pain. Because it's the only reason we would put ourselves through this for so many years. But you know, the last few years have been fantastic to be a Spurs fan, as you well know. I mean, under Mauricio Pochettino, even going back earlier than that with Martin Jol when he first came in, I think it felt like it started then.
Yeah.
When the better football started coming in, and then with obviously Harry, we had some great days in the Champions League,
and great people
and great players, and then Poch has come in and just obviously we won't talk about Sherwood so much, but then Poch came in, Pochettino, and taking us to another level really, and it's been fantastic the last few years under him.
So you think like we are going back to the level where we deserve to be?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we deserve to be winning every title under the sun, of course. So,
Even under the moon, the Champions League, OK， 咁啊問到啦，即係不如都問啦，即係作為熱刺球迷，你覺得而家呢幾年係咪即係最好啊？你點樣睇呢幾年嘅發展咁樣啦？咁啊 ，Daniel 都話啦，佢自己曾經一個都黑暗嘅時代，阻止街黑暗嘅時代，咁啊覺得嗰段時間就真係表現麻麻地啦，唔係咁好。咁但係近年啦，好似天奴啦嚇，甚至之前哈利列納等等啦，即係見到熱刺嘅波係一直咁上升緊嘅。咁啊，其實就佢都會覺得其實對於球會嘅前景好有希望啦嚇，咁啊會覺得熱刺其實繼續進步到落去，咁亦都希望熱刺喺未來能夠攞到更多嘅錦標啦。So if you talk about the trophies, so may I ask something about the most recent one, okay? The one that have actually been drawn yesterday. Okay, the FA Cup. How do you think about the draw? We draw against Manchester United, but we will face him in Wembley. Actually, our home
we are an
home
away
stadium.
Team. Are facing Man United at our home.
Yes. Contradict situation.
In a city where most of Manchester United fans are based as well. Because no real fans are from Manchester. You know, I was actually saying before the draw, I said it's going to be Chelsea. 100% definitely going to be Chelsea because we always seem to draw Chelsea in semi-finals of tournaments. So to not draw Chelsea was satisfying.
So you know who is drawing the balls?
Yeah.
Sola.
Two Chelsea players.
And Petr Cech.
Petr Cech is not only a Chelsea player; he's also an Arsenal player. So he's actually
he's out of the cup already.
No, he's actually he's actually the combination of all sins. You know, for us we don't like him. No, don't take the ball.
So he just picked Chelsea with the easiest tie. Southampton.
Yeah.
But still, I think that they will lose.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
we don't know.
We'll see. I mean, Look, it's a tough game. I mean, we played Man U before twice already in the league, 1-1, lost 1. So yeah, I think it's hard to say. It's probably 50-50 who will win. I mean, I hope Spurs will win, but don't know. We'll see. I mean,
game, like
it's a cup game.
Jose Mourinho is like cup specialist.
If there's one thing that Spurs are good at, it's making us Spurs fans suffer, and breaking our hearts. So if they break our hearts again, it won't be too surprising.
Okay.
But I hope not.
To give you an information, okay, we have lost every single semis in FA Cup since 1990s.
Oh, I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna go home sad now.
That's the who do we have to break?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you think we can break it?
Who was the one we won against? Last one.
Last one we were against Chelsea and we lost like.
No. When we won. The last one, the last semi-final.
The last one that we won.
The last one that we won.
It would have been 1991.
1991 back then. Yeah. It's like.
It wasn't against Manchester United, right?
Yeah. It wasn't, right?
I don't think so.
We don't really remember that.
Yeah.
Can we edit that out afterwards?
咁啊，講到啦，就問到即係關於呢個 FA 級嘅睇法啦，即係嚟緊，喂，講到錦標啦，最接近今年有機會攞個錦標得翻一個嘅啫，真係就係呢個即係所謂嘅足總杯咁啊，去到4強啦，咁啊抽到呢個曼聯，咁啊講到點睇有冇機會贏啊，或者覺得即係進程會點樣咧？咁啊當然啦，我哋作為熱刺球迷 Daniel 同埋我同 Billy 同埋即係樂仔，我都會希望贏嘅，希望能夠入到決賽先再講啦，係咪先？咁但係亦都不得不講嘅就係我哋其實由91年開始就未試過喺呢個温布萊嘅準決賽裏面贏到任何嘅賽事嘅，咁但係我自己咁諗啦嚇。今年我哋試過就本身即係喺今年呢個聯賽開始之前咧，一直都話我哋有個温布萊魔咒嘅，我哋温布萊永遠都打得差啲嘅。但係今年喂打出嚟啊，慢慢球會習慣到啦，即係除咗你話第2場輸咗俾呢個車路士之外，之後我見到賽事真係一場打到嗰一場，慢慢都真係將温布萊變成我嘅主場添。我自己覺得，所以今年去翻温布萊，我係有信心打破呢個魔咒嘅嚇。咁啊 ，when we talk about Wembley, we have a lot of rumors, the curse of Wembley. We said that before this season, especially, we said that we never even won in Wembley, or we've only rarely won. The time is actually we can count it every time we won, so it's a shame for us actually. But when we play this season, we play it at home. Before the season starts, a lot of people are really very
writing us off already,
worrying, so concerning about we actually don't win even one match in our home games in Wembley. But it turns out that although we lost to Chelsea at the second match in Wembley in the league, but after that we keep to have a better pacing, we can have a better control of the game, and every game we can see that our team is progressing. We are actually become a stronger team, is performing the way that we have performed in White Hart Lane. So would you think that it is actually a good sign for us to play this Wembley semi-final in the FA Cup?
Yeah, I mean, look, football fans are superstitious, right? They believe in certain things like Wembley's a bad luck for us. This is bad luck. You can't put you have to wear your lucky socks. I mean, come on. Football fans are superstitious by nature. I am as well. If I'm sitting in a certain place in the bar and we score, I don't want to maybe move to a different seat. Right? So look, I mean, I'm a football fan, so I'm superstitious too. So, and as a Spurs fan, as Benny sometimes we always think we're going to get disappointed just so we won't get hurt.
Oh, okay.
So look, yes, if we look at it in a more realistic way, then yeah, sure, playing in Wembley the whole season is definitely going to be a benefit for the team, right? They're going to be familiar with the environment. Even silly things like the changing room is familiar to them, and the walk to the pitch is familiar to them.
Yeah.
Playing in that environment is familiar to them. So yes, if we take away the silly football superstition stuff, then yes, it should be a benefit for us. But of course, there's a part of us that still feels like, Wembley, as Billy pointed out, we haven't won a semi-final in so long. And these are things as football fans that we all think and worry about.
So even for Mourinho, is some rumours that Manchester United, the club, has actually have some kind of complaint about that Tottenham, they're playing at their home town or their home stadium this year, okay, they're still campaigning. I think that is actually a good sign for us, because you know that at this point Manchester United, some kind of a big club, okay, maybe in most kind of the audience's eyes, they think they're a big club.
The most successful clubs in the past decades.
Yeah, okay, they may think like that. But at this time, at this instant, they're still scared about us. They're still scared about Tottenham Hotspur. I think that is a good sign for us. We are showing our pressure. Someone laughed at us that when we have our DVDs published 2 years ago, when we are just giving pressure to Leicester City for the Premier League trophy. Yes. So a lot of people laugh at us and say that, okay, they're publishing DVDs just because they're putting pressure on. Yeah. But I think that is actually a good sign for us, because we are actually a team. We need to admit that we have not won a league titles for many years. So we need to appreciate every chance, even though we are going to only be the second or we come to the third at the game or at the league finally. We need to appreciate every chance. So I think that even though we're only putting pressure on these years, or you can see that Manchester City even leading the league this year, you can see that how superior they are. But I think that there's still chances for us as long as we can keep our players. Do you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, this whole putting the pressure on thing is just jealous fans
I think
who
so.
wish they were in our position, in these positions in the table, and they're just trying to find a way. Because, you know, look, back in the day when, you know, I was a season ticket holder or we were fans when we were younger, I mean, there was... You couldn't even insult Spurs because they were almost irrelevant in some ways because they were mid-table or even lower mid-table at times. So these teams like Arsenal, Man United, they wouldn't even take the time to think of insults for us because we were not relevant for them. The fact that there are all these insults coming towards us, putting the pressure on Bottle Job, is because we are so much more relevant than all these clubs now.
They're so worried now.
They are so worried about us, and they don't have the old fullbacks. They have to go, oh, forever in our shadow, how many titles have you won? Because they don't have anything to say about the current team.
Of course, yes.
Right? So, I mean, I think, yes, definitely these are good things for us. I think Mourinho, I mean, come on, Man United, Mourinho will find anything to complain about. I mean, that's what he does, right? I mean, he always tries to find some kind of mind game or mental advantage for his team to take pressure off him as a coach and his players as well, and try and find some excuse to put the headlines on something else. So press don't talk about him and his players. Okay. So this is a very classic Mourinho tactic, and I think everyone knows it by now anyway. Okay. So, you know, look, yes, it's good that people are scared about us, as they should be, and it's good that they're worried about us, as they should be.
Yes， 咁啊嗱都問到啦，即係關於呢個 FA 級啦4強，我哋喺主場打，咁啊甚至亦都有報道就話啦，曼聯會方咧亦都因為喂4強溫布萊打，溫布萊今年熱刺主場嚟嘅喎，咁係咪唔抵咧？即係作為曼聯，喂咁蝕咗俾佢打主場喎，就有咁嘅傳聞話佢哋有少少 complain， 即係有少少嘅投訴嘅。咁啊，但係亦都引申到咧，就係近幾年見到熱刺慢慢都成為好多傳媒嘅攻擊嘅一個點啦，即係唔係傳媒啦，好多其他敵隊球迷會主動攻擊嘅一個點。就係咁講到呢樣嘢啦 ，Daniel 都會同意嘅就係其實亦都代表住熱刺真係冒起緊啦，亦都代表其實其他球會開始慢慢去在意我哋。佢都好坦白咁講啦，喺之前10年啦，講緊90年代、80年代嘅時候，熱刺絕對唔係一支弱隊，絕對唔係一支弱隊。咁但係你話咪一支可以爭標或者俾到好大壓力一啲我哋認識嘅傳統強隊嘅球會咧，真係唔係嘅。佢哋係連提都唔會提我哋，因為冇必要提，因為你熱刺根本就唔係什麼大角色、什麼有威脅嘅角色。但係到而家呢一刻啦。我哋唔提佢哋，佢哋都會主動提我哋。點解咧？亦都正代表熱刺係真係上升緊。即係呢樣嘢係無論你喺香港熱刺球迷好，你唔係香港熱刺球迷，甚至外國嘅熱刺球迷都會認同嘅就係熱刺係真係上升緊。呢樣嘢都真係作為球迷係欣喜見到嘅。咁但係都真係希望 keep 得到落去啦。阿 B 你有問題想問咧
？Next question I would like to talk about our team. So with Harry Kane injured, and then how are we going to play against Chelsea? United in the coming games?
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be a lot more of a fluid forward line. I mean, obviously before with Harry, you just knew he's the main man up front and the team plays around him. We've definitely lost that focal point now, which is of course a bad thing because you never lose a player like Kane and it's a good thing, right? But in some ways it can maybe change and free up the way we can play. You've got players like Son, Heung-min, Eriksen, Lamela, and Dele, and they can maybe interchange a lot more and create a much more fluid pattern.
Even Lucas, you can see.
Yeah, Lucas Moura, of course. Yeah. So it's
even Sissoko, you can see.
Okay, he can play very well on the bench. Okay, instead on the stage.
He has been on a good form for the last 2 games.
He has. To be honest.
He has.
So I think in some ways that can make it difficult for defenders because you know previously when you come up with a team plan as an opposing team, you're like, right, well we mark Harry Kane, but now it's like, well, who do you mark? Because these players have been interchanging the whole time. So it'll be interesting. I mean, you saw against Swansea in the FA Cup recently that we look great going forward. I mean, look, Swansea probably just trying to avoid getting relegated. Maybe their team's not up for it. But it will be interesting to see when we play a team against like a Chelsea's, your Man United's, how this team can play and adapt. Now, we beat Man City before when we didn't have Kane.
Without Kane,
right? Yeah. So we're not, as Pep Guardiola says, a Harry Kane team. Yeah. We can play without him and do well. So, you know, part of me is quite optimistic and hopeful about how we can play as a team, even without Harry Kane. Although, of course, please come back soon, Harry.
Okay, with reference for the Swansea game, I've actually noticed one point is that when you look at the whole game, you can see sometimes Son is playing on the centre forward place, but sometimes you can see Lamela is playing on the centre forward place, but instead Son is on the wing side. And you can see that this thing is good because it's hard for the defenders to mark. At this time, the center forward is Lamela, so okay, I mark some Lamela. But at some time, Lamela went to the right. So whether the center back follows him or not, okay, if you don't follow, you may find that Son is already intercept inside and go in the channels, and you cannot even resist him because you know that he's so fast. It's just one ball, one through ball, then he can kill you. Yeah. That's what Son do. So I think that it is not really so bad. I agree that without Kane, but of course he's a very promising and good striker, and you can see he can go in any place of the pitch, even at very, very narrow angle he can shoot. For example, the match or the goal against Arsenal a few years before. Very nice goal, right? Very narrow angle. You can see that the instincts, the shooter instinct that he have in his mind. OK， 即係講到啦，我哋而家可能未來嚟嘅一啲嘅大戰嚟對住曼聯，甚至對住車路士，好大機會咧就係會冇哈利簡尼在陣嘅。咁但係當然即係作為熱刺球迷冇哈利簡尼在陣咧，我哋都會同意就係進攻方向上面好似係少咁啲睇頭嘅，係少咁一種嘅化學作用喺度啦嚇。咁但係係咪真係咁驚咧？又唔係嘅。其實 Daniel 都會提到啊，就係譬如前面冇哈利簡尼嘅情況底下咧，其實好多球員啦，例如孫興文啦、林美拉啦、艾力神啦、艾利啦，譬如盧卡斯莫拉，甚至斯素高都好，其實都係可以擔任其中一個位置嘅。起碼喺球場上面，你見到當哈利簡尼唔喺度嘅時候咧，其實佢哋之間嘅位置或者進攻是更加之流動、更加之立體嘅。正譬如啱啱對住小雲斯嗰場賽事啦嚇，其實有試過你見到一開始所謂擺就擺孫興文打前鋒啦，但係你見到打嚟打嘅時候咧。孫興文同埋林美拉位置經常對調，有陣時林美拉就變咗翼位，有陣時林美拉變咗前鋒，咁啊孫興文當然就同樣狀況變嚟變去啦嚇，亦都見到譬如艾力神，亦都會喐嚟喐去嘅。咁當然嗰場波冇艾利啦，艾利即係唔係正選啦，你未必見到艾利點樣去喐動。咁但係艾利嗰種流動性亦都會不嬲殺實嘅地方啦，唔使多講啦，係咪先？嗰種後攝、嗰種後上、嗰種你估佢唔到突然之間變咗最前嗰個，亦都係艾利殺食嘅地方。咁啊講起艾利亦都有啲問題去問下關於艾利啦，係咪先 ？Talk about Dele Alli. So there's a lot of coverage from the media at this time. For example, you can see first his performance on the pitch. He's not performing very well this season. He didn't score as much goals as last season. He's not performing so well. Instead, he's being blamed as a selfish player. He's not going to pass the ball or having too much on his feet. And on the other side, he's always accused of being a cunning man on the pitch. He dives, he kicks other players, he even hits other players before. He just punched them. Remember in the Europa League against Gent. If I remember that one, okay. So he's not a very good player actually at that aspect. But how do you think about Dele Alli as a Spurs fan?
I mean, look, firstly and foremost, anyone who wears a Spurs shirt, I support.
Yeah.
First and foremost. Even though we joked about Sissoko, he's a Spurs player. So
but still, we actually support it in our hearts, even though we blame him a lot. Yeah.
It's always fun to find somebody to blame. But look, Dele Alli, I mean, look, the thing is, I think people forget that last year he set such high standards. I mean, it's hard to measure up to those. I mean, okay, Kane has probably done that. But Dele Alli had a fantastic year last year. This year, he has not performed to the same level, but I think he's still a fantastic player. I think
God say he's only like 20.
He's extremely young.
Yeah.
I think that his aggressive aspect to his game is not necessarily a bad thing. I think that having a bit of a temper, or a bit of fire in you is a good for a football player. I mean, Poch has commented many times that he likes this side of Dele. Sometimes he lets it get the better of him and he makes some silly mistakes. But you know, as you said, Billy, he is young.
Yes.
And he has that kind of attitude and nature to him maybe a bit. But I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think the whole diving thing is really overblown as well. I don't think it's really such a big issue. I mean, I think if you look at many other players and many other teams, you'll find them simulating just as much. To be perfectly honest, in Europe, that kind of thing is applauded by a lot of the European clubs. A dive is seen as like a work of art. I wouldn't go that far, but I also personally don't think it's a big deal. I think it's, again, rival clubs trying to find a way to bring a player down who they are envious and jealous of, and they would bite your hand off if you offered Dele Alli in their team.
OK， 咁都問到關於迪利亞利嘅問題啦，即係做好多香港球迷，無論你而家呢一刻聽緊嘅你係咪熱刺球迷都好，迪利亞利喺你心目中咧一定係一個好特別嘅，你一個 impression 對於佢嘅，你個印象對於佢嘅。好多時候講嘅就係咩咧？今年可能就表現啦，你同球場上嘅表現，即係數字上或者數據上，的確係冇上季咁好嘅。咁但係 Daniel 亦都會講到嘅就係其實首先佢好年輕啦，係咪先？其次就係其實只不過係因為佢上年實在打得特別好啫。咁今年可能有少少嘅調整期，或者其實佢今年亦都係適應緊另一種嘅打法。始終你上年 咁樣嘅後上，其實係好利用到好多防守嘅時候咧，對手球員嘅一啲疏忽嘅一啲嘅漏洞嘅，就因為對面唔知道你迪利亞利有呢一招，佢都唔知道你熱刺有呢一招，所以唔識得點防你。但係今年啊，當全世界都知道迪利亞利你會後上嘅，係咪先？對面會唔會唔呃你啊？你識踢波你都知啊，你明知你打你手循環對佢係咁後上入波，你今場揾個 mark 實佢，你都唔係做防守噶啦，係咪先？你一定會 mark 實佢，所以其實亦都導致艾利喺踢波上面咧，其實今年係會有少少嘅改變嘅。咁當然啦，你都會話可能哈利簡尼喂唔係啊，佢今年都做得到，上年都做，甚至做得更好添。咁哈利簡尼係一個例外啦，哈利簡尼坦白講已經係世界級嘅球員嚟㗎，你唔能夠攞哈利簡尼嚟同艾利比嘅，唔係話艾利冇能力成為哈利簡尼咁好嘅球員，只係哈利簡尼呢一刻係真係好艾利好多好多嘅。咁但係係咪代表艾利未來冇得再進步咧？絕對唔係，因為佢絕對年輕過哈利簡尼，而且佢嘅可塑性都係好大好大嘅，因為佢哋都腳法嗰種嘅踢法，其實有好多位可以再去調整啦嚇。咁另外講到另一個 hot topic 啦，就係關於佢球場上面嘅一啲嘅動作啦嚇，唔係講緊表現啊，即係用腳踢波咁簡單，而講緊係插水又好，嗰啲好無謂嘅犯規又好。咁啊 Daniel 都話認為其實當然你話呢啲行為係咪值得要去稱讚咧？絕對唔係㗎啦。咁但係你話係咪需要放到咁大咧？佢都會認為就係傳媒咧過分放大咗好多嘅嘢。咁同埋同一情況底下就係艾利仍然好年輕啦，係咪先？同埋只不過佢係將好多時候即係作為年輕球員你都會有啊嗰團火嗰股熱情咧，好多時候過分灌注咗喺球場上面。咁所以有陣時就會做出一啲冇咁好嘅行為。咁但係佢都會話啦，即係坦白啲咁講。就算好多時候，即係好多呢啲佢會認為一啲係 rival clubs 一啲係敵對球迷會做嘅一啲嘅抨擊，咁但係佢都會話啦，呢啲敵對球迷，如果迪利亞利呢喺你球隊裏面，你會唔會開心咁見到啊？你絕對唔會話哇，我唔要呢個球員啦，球員實在太差，你絕對唔會，你一定會好慶幸、好開心你一個咁樣嘅球員喺度，咁啊，絕對係事實啦。無論你同唔同意都好，可能呢啲咁嘅抨擊其實只不過一啲葡萄嘅原因嘅啫嚇，咁啊睇你點睇啦嚇，咁啊你知我講嘢不嬲都即係比較過火啲啊，咁你不滿我你繼續留言啦，我冇乜所謂噶，係咪先？係我純粹翻譯嘅啫，我嗱冇亂翻譯㗎，冇辦法攞，但係我都好同意 Daniel 所講啦嚇。
And another question I would like to ask is the situation, the contract situation in Spurs, the salary. Like for Walker, Kyle Walker, he left before because he wanted to have a pay rise or he wanted to achieve bigger things. Like now, Toby is a contract rebel, so it's kind of like can we Spurs keep hold of the best players, then we can achieve furthermore. How are we going to do that? Because before we had this interview, we are discussing how Kyle Walker will be detrimental to our team.
Yeah, I mean it's a good question. I mean, I think the reality is that the way we are financially structured is that we simply can't pay the salaries that your Man Cities, maybe your Real Madrid, your Barcelonas can pay. We can't. So the only way to keep our players is to get them to buy into other aspects of it, to buy into the project. So, for example, the new stadium, right? That must be a selling point, I think, for a lot of players. The chance to play in this amazing stadium that we're going to have. Obviously, being in London is a big selling point in itself. And I think what Pochettino has done at the club has been phenomenal. You can see that he has actively improved almost every player at the club since he's come in. You look at likes of Danny Rose, Kane's obvious one, Trippier even, the defence, the midfield, pretty much every Son Heung-min, they've all improved as players. And yes, look, they will have attracted the biggest names in football as well, and which is a compliment to us and the way we set up as a team, that we have brought these players to that elite level that the elite clubs want to buy. Of course, I consider us part of that elite level, but maybe in the financial sense I'm speaking now. So, yes, players will want to come for the project, but one of the things you mentioned before is that they may want to come with the knowledge that they could then reach the very highest levels in terms of your Real Madrids and your Barcelonas, likes of Bale and Modric have been able to go on and do, which, if we're trying to be, I don't want to say realistic, but a bit cynical, taking away our kind of Spurs hats for a second, that would be a selling point for a player. Putting the Spurs hat back on, I don't want any player to leave.
Yes， 咁啊，即係問到啦，關於可能對於呢個艾特韋特嘅呢個所謂而家合約嘅一個嘅問題啦，甚至講到話點樣去留住球員，即係成日都驚熱刺球員一啲頂級球員，喂踢得好就會俾人買走啦，踢得就俾人叫走，譬如卡爾獲加，或者甚至再之前嘅巴爾、摩迪，亦都係如是。咁啊，點樣解決呢個問題，或者點樣睇呢樣嘢咧？咁 Daniel 亦都講到就係首先啦， 你話薪酬嗰方面，我哋能唔能夠話俾到好似曼城啊、皇家馬德里啊、巴塞咁高咧？冇可能噶啦！我哋而家呢刻嘅財政體系係冇可能能夠去到佢哋咁嘅地步嘅，去到咁嘅位置嘅。但係其中我哋一個 selling point 就係咩咧？就係你見到普捷天奴嚟到之後咧，其實任何位置嘅球員都係得到技術或者能力上嘅提升嘅。無論你係講後面嘅後衞球員又好，你講華湯根又好、路斯又好、查比亞又好，中前場迪亞呢啲叫擺到明就係一個好明顯嘅提升嚟㗎啦，呢啲咁嘅進步㗎啦。艾利簡尼啲更加唔使講啦，係咪先？甚至孫興文嚟到都真係好明顯嘅一個善用呢個本身話英超一個咁身體對抗性咁強嘅聯賽，但係偏偏一個咁弱質纖纖睇到，即係其實真係完全好唔夠冚嘅亞洲球員嚟到，佢能夠揾到個定位俾佢，就係等你唔使撞咁多，反而係靈巧啲，利用你嘅走位去避免碰撞，去利用你嘅速度同靈活去取得入球，去為球隊貢獻。咁其實見到就係普捷天奴呢方面都真係提升咗球員好多，而佢所作出嘅提升位其實第啲球會嘅球員都會睇得到嘅，亦都會因為呢樣嘢而加盟熱刺。咁啊例子好簡單，你變到就係呢個桑霍夫啦，係咪先？本身 PSG 對佢有興趣嘅，但係佢定唔喺 PSG 就嚟到。我哋熱刺點解佢覺得普捷天奴係能夠帶俾佢一個提升，帶俾佢一個進步？呢就係明顯嘅，喂熱刺而家原來有能力同 PSG 爭人添㗎，係咪？咁當然你話而家霍夫咧係咪打得好咧？絕對唔係啦。咁但係你話係咪完全就哇冇㗎啦？佢未來咁多，絕對唔認同啦。咁後生作為中堅係咪先？21歲定19歲咁嘅年紀，你希望佢做到幾多啊？唔係咁多個真係史東斯呢啲咁細個就賣到咁貴㗎嘛？係咪？係需要時間培養，尤其是中堅呢個位置添。咁你見到譬如第二啲年青球員亦都好多作出唔同嘅嘗試咁等等。咁但係亦都講到就係話啦，其實將我哋熱刺球迷嗰頂帽拎走嘅時候，就係你會發現咧，其實可能好多球員嚟到熱刺咧之後，都係希望做一個踏板去一啲更高級嘅球會。咁但係其實如果你拎開熱刺球迷呢頂帽，你會覺得呢件未必係一件壞事嚟嘅，因為至少你可以令到佢哋喺第一刻願意嚟熱刺度踢先。可能去到熱刺之後，佢會覺得留喺度更加之好咧，亦都唔定。咁就算佢走都好，其實我哋從中都賺到筆轉會費啊！對我哋熱刺嚟講，絕對冇壞嘅。其實咁啊，帶翻熱刺有頂帽多，我哋希望佢唔走啦，係咪先？咁但係起碼能夠吸引到佢嚟到熱刺嘅呢一刻。佢願意因為熱刺而打出好表現，唔好理佢即係目的係點樣都好，喺呢刻嚟講對熱刺都係一件好事咯。我哋會咁樣去睇啦嚇。咁啊 ，so one more question or about Pochettino. A lot of rumors telling us that he may leave us one day. For example, even for Argentina national team, or even for PSG, or even for Barcelona, for Real Madrid, for Bayern Munich, these days talking about so much about it. How would you think? Would you think that if marriage with Pochettino leave us, Spurs will actually just go back to the mid-table or just become one of the worst team again, or we cannot actually compete with the biggest team again? What will it happen, do you think?
Well, I think Pochettino is really an integral part of what's been going on over the last few years. But, you know, I think that Daniel Levy, the chairman, has proved himself to be a really kind of smart guy, I think, when it comes to hiring managers. And I think since Martin...
what I'm thinking like AVB,
Tim Schafer.
Well, Tim Schafer wasn't really hired. He just kind of stepped in.
Yeah,
right?
I just don't want to interrupt you, but like when you're talking about Daniel Levy is a shrewd guy in hiring managers, I cannot agree with that. But he got lucky because he wanted to put appoint when Hale. The United coach there before
the Dutchman
before Mauricio. So maybe he got I believe he got a little bit lucky in that actually.
Well, I mean, look, you look at since Martignol came in, we have had a relatively good track record of managers. I mean, yeah, Juan de Ramos was not great, but he did win us a trophy. And there has been a consistent progression of Tottenham Hotspur football team since the Martignol period. And I think you have to give the credit to the chairman for that. Yeah, okay, maybe he got lucky, but he's been consistently lucky. Yeah. And if you want to have someone who's consistently lucky in the head of your team, that's a pretty good thing, right? I think, yes, we can't understate what Pochettino has done. I mean, I think his impact on the club has been huge. I think that the policy that the club has implemented in terms of the youth academy and the development, the stadium moves, I think you have to give a lot of credit to Levy in that instance. So I have quite a lot of faith in Levy, maybe misplaced, but
so if Mauricio left, is going to leave us. So you think we can still prevail?
I think there will be obviously quite a few steps back initially. But I am still confident that we would ultimately prevail. But look, I don't want him to leave at all.
Of course not. I think none of the Spurs fans want to. Even though we may have criticized about him at some stage. For example, the match against Juventus just passes. But we may have lots of criticisms about him at some instant, but still, we think he's a very good manager and we hope them to stay forever. Yeah. But it is a fantasy for us to think so. But we know that in the football industry at this stage, it's hard for a manager to stay very long. Wenger is actually a very exception, but he's actually, you can say that old generation manager.
Keep
Wenger, yes. Okay, I hope so. But the point is, in the recent football industry, we can see that most of the good managers, even though they perform very well, or even though they have very good connections with the club, for example, Pep Guardiola, when he's even managing not Bayern, Barcelona. He's a Barcelona player and a Spain player, but still, he decides to leave Barcelona. But I don't know whether this mindset stays in Pochettino, because he's actually not of course not a Spurs man at all, because he's actually a Spain person. He never played for Spurs before, and we just have him from because he had very good performance in Southampton, so we just encourage him to come to Spurs.
It depends on the ambitions of the club. Yeah, and what I think is like if the ambitions of the club matches with Mauricio, then he will stay. But if like the investment is not enough, the team is Daniel Levy is not putting enough effort in improving the team, Mauricio will leave us. This is for certain. And then some kind of like maybe he has some personal dreams like managing Argentinian national team or managing Estudiantes is the original team that
Newell's Old, was it Newell's Old?
Yeah. Newell's Old Boys.
Or even Espanol in one more time. I don't know whether he's really loved that club, because he has a lot of heart in that club actually. But one more point I would like to raise is that even though one day he leaves us, I think that at that stage Spurs has become one of the best teams in the world. I'm quite sure. Not really very the top one, but at least the top 10. I think so. But as a top 10 club, I think that we can hire a top 10 manager in the world at that time. For example, maybe we can try to hire Diego Simone, or even we can try to even hire Mourinho. At that time, we don't know Mourinho will stay in Manchester United or not. Okay, I'm quite sure that.
Would you want Mourinho?
Just a actual. I still think that Mourinho is not very bad at all, but he has a kind of attraction of players. I think we need to admit that at that time. But still, I just raise some examples. I don't really like Mourinho to become our teammate at all.
Once we are in the top 10, if we are in the leagues, we do not have to worry about hiring managers.
Yes, I think that the managers will come.
Will file in their CVs to us.
Yes, I think that will happen. And I hope that even though Pochettino leaves us, I don't hope that the fans will blame him, because I think that maybe he leaves us to reach a high level that he may determine for his career. I think that we should not block him at that time, but just hope that he perform all his talent or his ability when he's still a manager of Tottenham Hotspur. I think so.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the point that you make, Billy, that if the club continues to evolve and continues to match his expectations, I don't see a reason for him to leave, because if he feels that he can achieve what he wants to achieve in his career with the team, with Spurs, then why would he leave?
Yes, I think so. But hope that we can reach his desire. Okay, I hope so. 咁講到啦，關於呢一個普天奴嘅問題啦，即係成日講普天奴會走啊，或者好多唔同嘅問題咁啊。我哋咁都講咗好多啦，一次咁啊。其中一啲我哋會覺得嘅就係普捷天奴就固然啦，以至球迷心目中有陣時候你都會鬧佢嘅，都話覺得佢做得唔好啊，啲調動方面可能有值得再進步嘅空間。但係佢絕對都係以至球迷心目中其中一個最好嘅領隊嚟㗎，我相信，甚至係歷史上頭2、3嘅領隊嚟㗎啦。我諗喺呢個即係熱刺嘅歷史上面啦嚇。咁當然啦，講到佢有機會走啦，係咪先？咁但係講到就係如果我哋即係球會嘅利維，即係我哋嘅主席，甚至係球會嘅班主，願意係喺資源方面投放多少少嘅，願意係比較係俾普捷天奴睇到佢對於搞熱刺呢隊波嘅決心啊嘅嗰個野心係有嘅話咧，普捷天奴絕對會喺留低，我哋都會咁樣認同啦嚇。咁但係可能有一日就算佢離開都好，我自己會覺得啦。可能佢離開嘅時候，熱刺已經成為咗世界其中一支好頂尖嘅球隊㗎啦。唔係講緊話最高嗰隊啦，咁但係起碼頭10位、頭5啦，係咪先？希望去到嗰個位置啦。喺嗰個時候咧，就算普捷天奴走，我相信我哋要再請一個有級數嘅領隊咧，絕對唔困難嘅。咁啊 ，one more last question, just one last question, okay? So nearly the end of this season, right? So even though we still have the FA Cup and for the Champions League qualifiers to play for at this stage, but still we may have some more future prospects. How do you think about coming buyings, transfers? What do you think? What kind of positions do you think we need to focus on to bring some more strengths in that one or like that?
I think, I think we still haven't quite worked out what to do in terms of the striker position, in terms of the backup striker.
Yeah.
Because, we've tried with Janssen. We tried with Llorente, and I mean, they haven't really worked for different reasons. What I would like to see is a genuine, long-term, young prospect in the striker mold being either developed through the academy or being brought in from another club. I think that would be quite interesting. Someone who kind of almost like shadow Harry Kane and learn from him. I think that would be something that would be quite interesting. I think clearly with the Alderweireld situation, which we kind of brought up earlier, we may need some more support in the back line. I know that Foyth is possibly being groomed to be that.
Yeah.
But he needs
He's
time.
too
He needs time.
Experience.
So we may need someone who's ready now to come in as a backup. I think maybe, I don't know what's going on with Danny. I'm not sure what's going on with Danny Rose. Obviously, there was a big falling out previously. I don't know whether he's going to stay this season. He may well leave in the summer transfer.
But still,
window.
I think that he may not have very big impact even he leave right now because I think that Ben Davies is playing very well. He's even a more balanced type of player on the fullback.
Danny Rose is like a very hard person to manage. Actually, he has a very different set of like mentality with Pochettino.
Yes.
So he's not. I mean, he's kind of like a rebel in the team. Like,
yes, and he's not having a very stable performance, frankly speaking, and he's a lot of fluctuations you can see.
This
even
season he's not the best.
No, he's not. But I think this season there was a lot of issues off the pitch. I think this contributed to this, and he did have some injuries as well. But I'm not sure. Ben Davies is a great left back, but I'm not sure he's an elite level left back. I'm not sure he's at the level we want to aspire to. I'm not sure Kieran Trippier is either. I'm not 100% sure Serge Aurier is either. Although, let's be fair, this is his first season, and Poch has already showed us he can really take on players if he gets a couple of seasons with them. So this is Serge's first season. I think I don't judge Serge Aurier that badly this season. I think let's see how he does second season.
But what player, especially some names, would you like Spurs to buy? For example, for a left fullback, I think that Ryan Sasson is one of the players that we have all our eyes on at this stage.
I think everyone does.
But we need to admit that I think that these seasons, actually, for the players that we have put all our eyes on for a very long period of time, we cannot actually succeed in buying them. Most of the time, we just put, for Son, example, he's never been our target at all. But just a few days because the deal has confirmed, he becomes our target. He becomes one of the favorite odds in the betting companies. We always look at the betting companies to see if the percentage for the deals to complete or not. We always look at that. And he's actually a sudden for us to see. So, do you think that we can actually buy Ryan Sasson or other players that you may want to buy?
I think there's no reason why we can't buy Ryan Sasson because I think we've shown that we can develop young players and take them to the next level. I think that's extremely attractive for any young player in the game. I think they know if they go to Man City, they go to Man United, they go to Chelsea, they won't get a chance to play.
Yeah.
And they know at Spurs, they join an elite level club in that top four where they will genuinely get a chance to play and they'll probably become a better player.
Our selling point, main selling point.
Yeah, I think that's what we've got to aim for. I don't think... And I think, look, if you look at our lineup, like our first 11, there's not really many players that we could afford in terms of salary and transfer fee that would improve that team. Like outside the ones we couldn't afford anyway. So ones we could afford for that elite level, they're probably not better than the players we've already got.
Okay.
So I think you're looking really at the future level and the squad level of players. Like Sessegnon would be great. So young, up and coming players. And yeah, ones who would fit in a more of a squad basis, replace maybe some of the squad players who haven't been quite up to the standards we were maybe hoping for them to be.
Okay, so some more names for maybe some for reference. For example, for the the forward one, we are always talking about the Bordeaux winger, Malcolm, the Brazilian, and also for the midfielder, we always talk about the Watford player, Dongore. The one that's very strong and he's having lots of box-to-box, that kind of midfielder.
Yeah.
How do you think about this?
I mean, to be honest, I haven't really paid.
Yeah, but it's like it's hard for them. Like I mean, the players you have suggested are not at the elite level we are looking for. Yeah. What we are looking for should be the one who can win us games, who can sing. I mean, like the players must improve our team.
Yeah. Some kind of developed players instead of some future prospects.
I mean, I think sometimes it's, again, if you want that elite level player, sometimes it's you're looking for ones who maybe have either not been in the team or had some injuries but are now getting back into it, like Lucas, for example.
Yeah.
Right? Lucas is an elite level player in my opinion, but he was at a team that's stacked with elite level players and he had some injuries and he was out of the team for a long time.
And of course, he have replaced by Neymar, one of the best players in the world. Being replaced by one of the best players in the world is not a shame at all. He is actually still very good.
No,
but it's just his not as good as Neymar, but there's millions of players that's not as good as Neymar. But it is a pity that most of our time when we look at the news, we cannot see Spurs is trying to put pressure on signing some very elite players as we have wanted to. Instead of with lots of rumors about Doucouré, about Wilfried Zaha, about Malcolm, that kind of young prospect players, but not the one that is actually what we think is well developed, elite players, or even the one that have actually just showed their talents on world stage.
Well, yeah, like I say though, those elite players we can't with our wage structure, with our new stadium, we can't afford them. So we have to be a bit smarter. We have to be smart about it. I mean, you know, anybody can go in and go right. Let's buy Neymar. Let's buy X, Y, and Z. Right?
It's not TV games.
It's not Man City, right? We've got unlimited funds. We have to be smarter about it. But I think that's a good thing because if you're smart about it, you spend more time and consideration on the players you get, and you make sure theoretically speaking, you make sure you get the right players. And I think under Poch, more often than not, we have got the right players. Yeah, there's been a few examples of players who haven't maybe been up to our standards, but I think that's in the minority.
OK， 咁啱啱講到啦，即係仲有個問題，講到對於熱刺未來，譬如下一季啦，有啲咩位置需要增強啊，或者可能有啲咩球員要賣，講咗好長啦，係咪先？好多嘢講，咁就係位置上面啦，即係 Daniel 都會覺得啦，可能後防上面需要即係增長下，即係需要再補充翻啦。例如講到就係可能丹尼魯斯或者艾利韋爾特有機會離隊嘅問題啦，所以兩個位置可能都需要增強翻嘅。咁啊，同時亦都講到啦，前鋒方面，近年我哋都試過好多啲哈利簡尼後備嘅選項咁啊，例如雲信贊臣啦，或者今年嘅羅蘭迪，咁但係其實睇到感覺上啦，羅蘭迪就未算咁失敗咁，但係贊臣就完全宣告失敗㗎啦，我好深信。咁但係羅蘭迪就未算太失敗，不過都咁嘅年紀啦，你都唔會話覺得佢會長期做到一個哈利簡尼後備，或者係做到哈利簡尼嘅一個替補。咁反而啦 ，Daniel 都提出一個就係會唔可以揾一啲再年輕啲嘅球員，雖然哈利簡尼都好年輕，但係揾個再比哈利簡尼再年輕多幾年，可能今年18歲、19歲嘅嚟到熱刺咧，真係擺到明做哈利簡尼嘅後備，但係同時就係等佢好似跟哈利簡尼學法咁樣，喺跟住後面即係好似喺個陰影之下慢慢學習，就好似當年嘅美斯同朗拿甸奴咁，就係試下咁樣。咁可以係買翻嚟嘅，亦都可以試下喺即係Youth Team 度提升咁 ，Youth Team 我哋亦都好多有質素嘅前鋒，例如其中一個就係 Harrison 啦，係咪先？即係我覺得 Shaun Harrison 亦都係一個可以嘗試嘅球員嚟嘅。咁但係都講到就係喺收購嗰方面，就係Daniel 都會希望即係收購一啲係真係本身已經係質素係被認可嘅球員，而多於係一啲我哋又要再買翻嚟再搏嘅，即係嚟講緊嘅雲信贊臣呢啲就係買翻嚟再搏㗎啦嚇。咁但係會希望買翻啲真係即食啲嘅，例如盧卡斯莫拉呢啲真係擺到明即食嘅，因為你話喂佢都係俾呢個 PSG 氣象嘅啫，但係之所以俾 PSG 氣象就除咗因為佢傷之外咧，就因為佢唔夠尼馬叻啫。咁但係世界上唔夠尼馬叻嘅球員，我諗有超過幾百萬個，真係有幾百萬個咁多。咁但係唔叻過尼馬唔代表佢係差㗎，係咪先？咁所以呢啲就係我哋覺得會有質素嘅球員。咁但係熱刺暫時睇落去好多時候一啲嘅收購嘅傳聞咧，都係講緊啲比較年青啲啦，
野心咯。
唔係話好真係去到嗰個頂級位置嘅。例如講緊嘅就係啱啱我提過幾個名啦，屈福特嘅道哥利啦。就經常傳㗎啦，呢排唔知點解啦嚇。博多嘅右翼啦，呢個馬爾坎定馬爾干啦，唔知大概點譯啦。呢個巴西嘅翼鋒小將啦嚇，同埋韋費特沙夏，經常傳韋費特沙夏，講到4000萬買韋費特沙夏。咁但係呢啲其實係咪去到我哋熱刺球迷心目中覺得球會應該有嘅野心？我相信 Billy 同我同埋 Daniel 都唔會同意係去到嗰個 level。咁但係再睇啦，咁我深信去到下季即係都係要買嘅時候，我覺得都要買翻啲似樣啲嘅今年，即係尤其是假如今年繼續有前四，咁其實球會都係時候俾啲野心俾球迷睇下，咁同埋冇得再鬧球場起好咗啦，嗱唔好再扮嘢啦，即係我哋會咁樣覺得啦嚇，咁啊希望係咁樣啦嚇，咁啊今次訪問到咁上下啦 ，so the interview is ready to conclude right now. So thanks a lot for Daniel. Thanks a lot for your participation. Yes, of course. Hope that maybe we can interview you a few months later after maybe the transfer window. After maybe we have won the FA Cup, we can invite you to talk about the game. Yes, of course. Okay. So 今日嘅訪問到咁上下啦，咁啊遲啲有可能就再邀請阿 Daniel 接受訪問啦。咁啊希望當時就我哋熱刺攞到一足總杯冠軍，咁啊邀請佢一齊喂慶祝下或者講下點樣嗰場波。發下夢都好啊，有時 FF 下都係要嘅，我覺得人口好緊要㗎，係咪先？即係千祈唔好放棄夢想，咁但係都唔好放棄治療，係咪先？好啦，今日去到咁上下啦，下次再同大家見面，下次 Come On You Spurs 同大家見面啦，拜拜。